We have a shocking New York Knicks update as a fan favorite player has just received news that many Knicks fans did not see coming, as Tom Thibodeau did reveal the truth on all of this, and also this will have huge implications on the New York Knicks' interest in Moses Brown. Meanwhile, we also have an update on Mitchell Robinson from Tom Thibodeau in regards to Mitchell Robinson getting back into game shape, and we are going to break all this down. So a lot to talk about today, guys. What's up? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as always. And if you guys are part of that 63% that's not subscribed to Knicks Digest, this is the place to be for all New York Knicks content. We're making videos on everything New York Knicks. You guys do not want to miss out. But let's jump into this. We have a lot to talk about, as mentioned, as Ariel Hukporti, one of the Knicks fan favorite players this season, has just received a huge update on his torn meniscus injury. Now, a lot of Knicks fans were wondering about this, and media alike was interested in what Ariel Hukporti was going to be able to do come the playoffs, with the Knicks having a two big man lineup right now of Mitchell Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns that very likely could become a starting lineup in the playoffs. And that meant that there would be the chance for Ariel Hukporti to potentially find his way into getting some minutes off the bench for the Knicks to add another big man to this team. And now we have the truth on Hukporti, as it was revealed by Stefan Bondy that it sounds like Ariel Hukporti, who underwent surgery in late February to repair a torn meniscus, won't return until next season. As Tom Thibodeau said, he's a ways away when asked if there's an expectation that the rookie center can return in the playoffs. And then on top of that, we later learned from Stefan Bondy that the only injured and inactive Knicks player right now is rookie Ariel Hukporti, who is officially done for the season after undergoing surgery to repair a torn meniscus. So obviously not what you want to hear. The New York Knicks and Ariel Hukporti's first year together has come to an end. Hukporti showed a lot of promise in this 1 year for the Knicks, and a lot of Knicks fans were calling for Hukporti to be getting minutes for a very long time before he finally got minutes. Many fans, myself included, did believe that Hukporti would be better for the team than Jericho Sims was, and we saw Hukporti have an instant impact in the 3 games that he really did get some minutes, but then things took a turn for the worst as he did end up tearing his meniscus. Now Hukporti finishes this Knicks season with 2 points and 2 rebounds per game, but his impact was bigger than that when we saw him actually get playing time. Most of his time was garbage time minutes. We rarely saw him get to play when the game mattered, but when we did, he put up some nice numbers as a rookie center, putting up 5 points and 3 rebounds per game with 1 assist, and he never really got the chance to get comfortable, as it was only the final 3 games of his season that he was in the Knicks rotation before going down with that torn meniscus. He had a nice 8-point performance versus Philadelphia in only the first half before tearing his meniscus. And outside of that, we saw him play nice against Cleveland, getting 3 assists along with 4 points. And also have a nice game against the Chicago Bulls as well in 17 minutes. So we did see Ariel Hukporti end up getting it together as time went on this season. However, this injury is a bit of a setback, as now we will not see him in the playoffs. And the Knicks, they'll have to adjust. And this is very, very interesting to see what's going to happen here. It now looks as if Precious Achiuwa will be taking some backup minutes when the Knicks, or if the Knicks evidently decide to start Mitch and Towns together, with Precious averaging 6.5 points and 5.5 rebounds per game on the season, with 0.7 blocks and 0.7 steals. He's shooting 51% from the field as well. Precious has been all right for the Knicks at some points, and he's been inconsistent this season, but when he's good, he's been very good for the Knicks, and it feels like Precious is at his best when he feels like his minutes are not going to get pulled. In games that Mitchell Robinson is out in back-to-backs, we are seeing Precious play very well for the Knicks, so there is a lot to like if Precious feels like his minutes will be consistent enough, and that all depends on if the Knicks do evidently decide to use Mitch and Towns in a starting lineup together, which I imagine against the Boston Celtics they will move towards, as we saw it very briefly when the Knicks played the Boston Celtics recently, and well, that was when they looked at their best, when Towns and Mitchell Robinson were both out there. They were able to overwhelm Kristaps Porzingis very well, and with that happening, you have to imagine that head coach Tom Thibodeau is going to look to do that, because it's giving Towns a lot of chances against guys like Jason Tatum, who can back down well and use that bully ball style at the 4, where if Porzingis cheats off, Mitchell Robinson is going to have an open lane for either catching a pass and just being in that dunker spot, or getting offensive rebounds and giving the Knicks second, third chance baskets, or just going right back up for a second chance basket. So we will see a lot of that, I imagine, and with that happening, we will also see the New York Knicks likely decide to play Precious Achiuwa in that time. But also, if you ask me, this is the perfect time for the Knicks to bring up Moses Brown. I will never stop advocating for Moses Brown. Brown to be a New York Knick. I think he deserves those NBA minutes. He's clearly been a very, very talented player, averaging 18 points and 16 rebounds per game in the NBA G League. It's clear that he is an NBA level player. And I mean, we saw Moses Brown get the Player of the Month award for the NBA G League when he averaged for an entire month 23.6 points and 20 rebounds per game with a block as well, shooting 67% from the field with a point to prove, saying, yeah, the Knicks should call me up. I deserve it, which he absolutely does, which is super, super important to note as well, that he clearly wants it and he clearly does deserve it. Now, you look at Moses Brown when he played for the Dallas Mavericks, and he was great. I mean, he put up 12 points and 8 rebounds per game with 1 steal as well. And the reason the Mavs did not re-sign him is because they could not afford him financially. The two games that Moses Brown played serious minutes in, he had a 20 and 11 double-double, and on top of that had an 18 and 9 game in 22 minutes. So Moses Brown is clearly ready to get some NBA minutes here. And if the Knicks don't really trust going with Precious Achiuwa, this gives them an excellent chance to add more center depth, as the Knicks' depth at that big man position is very thin right now. So it would make sense to call up Moses Brown now, knowing that you're not going to get Ariel Hukporti back for the playoffs, which honestly is a bummer, but I think Moses Brown could really help the Knicks and do a lot of what Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson would do together on the offensive end together as well. Getting offensive rebounds, which he was good at, got 2 offensive rebounds per game with the Dallas Mavericks. So he did show that he can get good offensive rebounds and put the ball right back up into the hoop. He's good at scoring below the basket. So Moses Brown would be able to do what Mitchell Robinson does as well with Karl-Anthony Towns. You could have Towns play the 4, which is a complete mismatch when on offense against the Boston Celtics. So I think this is a perfect opportunity for the New York Knicks. But on top of that, we do have more to discuss, as this man right here, Mitchell Robinson, has gotten another update from Tom Thibodeau. Mitch has been back, but he is still fully working his way back from the injury. He's not at 100% yet. You could tell that he's not fully there, though he's getting very close. And Tom Thibodeau, when asked about Mitchell Robinson, saying, Mitch still isn't where he will be. Each week he's gotten better, so it's had a greater impact. As his time increases, the defense will improve too. With Mitch, Cat, and OG across the front line, it's going to be hard for opponents to get the ball into the paint, and we've already seen that be true. The Celtics struggled a lot more against the Knicks when Mitchell Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby were out there. It's another reason why Mitch should start against the Boston Celtics and why the Knicks should move to having a guy like Moses Brown off the bench so they could have another true center on the roster as well instead of just 2 guys. That personally, to me, makes the most sense. I would love to see that happen. I do think there's a good chance of it. And Mitchell Robinson on the season is averaging 5 points and 6 rebounds per game with 1 block. He's still finding his way back, getting 3 offensive rebounds per game, and these numbers have improved. His PER is above 20 as usual, so the impact is there, shooting 65% from the field and 73% on free throws as well. The free throws are limited, but it's still good to see that he is hitting his free throws, something we saw him practice a lot. So that's also something that we have to be very aware of going into these playoffs, as the Knicks just have 3 games left in the regular season before playoffs get underway, and I cannot wait, guys. Let me know what you think. Should the Knicks bring up Moses Brown now that we're without Ariel Hukporti for next season? What role do you want to see Hukporti in with the Knicks next season? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Knicks.